Well, she married an American, and she calls herself a Christian. And now a Muslim court says after this young wife and mother gives birth to her second child, they're going to give her 100 lashes and hang her for marrying a Christian. That's her crime. Earlier this week, the judge gave 27-year-old Miriam Yeha Ibrahim an opportunity to recant her Christian faith. She refused, declaring in court, "I am a Christian and I will remain a Christian." She is a woman of courage. And joining me now is Fox News political analyst Kirsten Powers. She's a columnist for the USA Today and has served in the Clinton administration. Kirsten, thank you for being here tonight.
Good to be here.
You know, this is an extraordinary story that is playing out in Sudan, which is one of the most impossible places to practice religion freedom in the world and religious freedom in the world. And she is definitely a victim of that.
Right. I mean, what incredible bravery, too. You know, when you think about this, that she has basically been told, if you'll just renounce your faith, we won't kill you. And she won't do that. And I think it's just a testament to how deeply she holds this belief. And it's a belief that really needs to be protected. And it's not just that she is going to be possibly executed, that she is going to be, you know, punished allegedly for adultery because she married a non-Muslim. She has her 20-month-old with her in jail. Yes. I mean, this is incredibly inhumane.
Yeah, I mean, the logic is so difficult for us to understand in this country, but they're basically saying that her son can't be with his father, who's Christian. He's wheelchair bound as well,
right? Because
he is not Muslim, so he doesn't count as a parent, and she's the only parent in their mind. And so this toddler, and she says he's suffering with her in prison.
Right. Yes, I know. Yes, and I think, you know, the question is, what is the United States doing about this? They've expressed some outrage about it, but are they pressuring, putting any pressure in this situation? I mean, this is such a fundamental right to be able to practice your religion. And, you know, she was raised by a Christian mother, so she actually, you know, was raised a Christian. Her father was a Muslim, but abandoned the family. And then she was apparently reported by a family member. I mean, can you imagine? It's just, a family member saying that she's an apostate because she's married a Christian.
And an adulteress. Let's take a look at the statement from the administration on this. And you know, it's not just this, which I know you've pointed out many times. It says, this is the statement from the government. "We call on the government of Sudan to respect her and to her right to freedom of religion, a universal human right enshrined in Sudan's own 2005 constitution, as well as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights." So that's well and good. I don't know. Should we be criticizing our government for not doing enough or not?
Yeah. I think we should be. And I think this, look, persecution, religious persecution around the world is one of the biggest, you could even argue it is the biggest human rights crisis in the world. And not just Christians. You know, even in a lot of these countries, you will see Muslim minorities being discriminated against and persecuted. And the president has really said almost nothing about it. And I think that this is a real opportunity for him to finally speak up, especially when this woman's life is on the line, but she represents so many people, Martha. I mean, this is not an isolated incident. This is something that is happening all over the world, and the United States really has not at all taken this seriously. You know, we still don't have an envoy. Frank Wolf has been somebody on the Hill who's really been pushing for us to have an envoy, you know, a special envoy on religious persecution. And I mean, I just can't stress the horrors that religious people around the world of all religions, not just Christians, are experiencing.
Yeah, I mean, if you print this out, there's pages and pages of church bombings and killings of women and children in horrific situations, many of them Christian, but you're right, it's not limited just to Christianity, but it would be nice to hear more about it because it is an outrage, and probably nobody's in a better position to put pressure on these governments than the United States. Kirsten, thank you so much. Always good to see you.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.